Hello everybody, my name is Alex and welcome to a Civ 6 video where we're going to talk about the Ethiopia New Frontiers pack coming for Civ 6 this month, and more specifically, we're going to talk about the Secret Societies game mode and New District. Now, I say we because today I am joined by Broyar. Hello Broyar.
Hello.
Thank you for coming on the channel.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. I'm looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to this next pack.
Yeah, it's good to talk Civ 6 with somebody because I think we're both in a similar situation where most of us friends don't play it, so it's a bit...
Yeah, it's actually pretty true. Most of my friends play other games, so my YouTube channel is my only outlet for my Civ 6 enjoyment.
Yeah, same. So yeah, we'll start off by talking about the Secret Societies game mode. So far we know that the Ethiopia DLC pack is going to bring a brand new game mode called the Secret Societies game mode. It will work similar to the Apocalypse game mode in the way you can sort of toggle it on and off. And we know that it's going to require Rise and Fall or Gathering Storm, but I think we'll touch on that later, won't we, at some point? We'll think about loyalty and stuff. So the first thing I want to do is to kind of clear this up for people that may be a bit confused to what a secret society is. I'm going to use a Wikipedia definition, which is not the best definition in the world, but a secret society is a club or organisation whose activities, events, inner functioning or membership are concealed from non-members. Now there's two kind of forms, so there's the really secret ones which we're not meant to know anything about, like the Freemasons, but there is a kind of a point of view where you could include the CIA or in the UK MI5, something like that, as a secret society. So it's kind of open for debate exactly what they could do with this. But I know you were saying, bro, the other day that one of the ways they could definitely do this would be with the espionage system.
Yeah, I definitely think the espionage system has some room to grow. It's kind of just a their thing right now, and I think there's a lot of opportunities for them to turn that into a really cool game mode. So I think, yeah, this would be a great opportunity with CIA, like you said, and things like that. Other secret spy agencies of that nature to turn this into a real kind of full-fledged game mode that, or kind of a mini game within Civ 6 in a way.
Yeah, and I think that's like the Apocalypse game mode. It is like a little mini game mode, isn't it? There's a lot to it, so I think they could expand the spies to include stuff like that. Now I had a few ideas because I thought I'd plan so I didn't look like a total idiot. But I thought they could maybe bring in stuff like cyber attacks. Do you think anything like that could feature?
Yeah, no, I think that would be really cool. Obviously, I've been thinking about it for ever since they announced it as well, and I think this would be a really interesting opportunity for them to add something that can enhance any victory type you want to go for. Obviously, there's secret societies across the board. Like we said there's spy one, but there's also like religious secret societies that could enhance your religion game, or there's maybe a cultural secret society, like archaeology or something like that. So I think there's a lot of opportunities they could really expand any of the game modes that you choose. Maybe you, like you said, maybe you choose your secret society, and that's what enhances whatever game mode you're going, or whatever victory type you're going for, or something of that nature.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the main thing is with that is there is so much room to grow with this and go with it, isn't there? So I'm so excited to see what they do with it. It could be amazing. I'm sure it will be. Firaxis have a track record of doing cool stuff.
I think the fact that it sounds like it's going to be a toggle similar to the Apocalypse game mode really tells me that they're going to have it where it could be kind of game breaking in a lot of ways, which is why they don't want it to be like on all the time. So, which is both good and bad. Apocalypse game mode, it just changes everything in a lot of ways. Where you don't play the same way, you're dropping meteors on people and stuff like that. But that's okay because you chose to turn that on, and so you have that extra. It kind of makes it more than just a simple like side thing. It's actually a main feature of what you just turned on and what you're going to play towards. So I think that gives it a lot of strength to be able to really go wild with it.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with that. And I do think it will be major. I think if you don't fancy playing with it, then you're definitely going to turn it off, aren't you? Because it's going to ruin the standard game in many ways. But like you said,
yeah, for sure.
That's what makes it fun and a bit mad.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think you sort of alluded to it there as well. But one of the things we talked about the other day, a pre-built secret society system, wasn't it? Probably more along the lines of the Freemasons, where your leader can join any sort of secret society, and different secret societies maybe have different aims, stuff like that.
No, I think you're right that I think the idea of letting your leader join really can help not only gives the secret society thing a bit of replayability because maybe one game mode you join one secret society, and the next one you join another one, if that
Hmm.
is an option. But also, I think they can introduce a way to give you like quests almost in a weird way, or some sort of like tasks that you do to fulfill your obligation to the secret society that can give you some sort of bonus. Or if you don't finish it, maybe you get a penalty or something like that. Some
Yeah.
way to like add an
Mhm.
extra layer to.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think they could definitely work that through things like getting certain resources, banned in the World Congress and things like that, and banning the bonuses from certain buildings. So I think, if you went for a secret society that had a certain focus on wanted to stop libraries producing additional science and stuff like that, then you could get pushed as a leader to do stuff, which you wouldn't ordinarily do. And that what I love about that idea is that it's kind of the people in the shadows, the people that we can't see in game, kind of running it, which is quite intriguing.
Yeah, for sure. And I think there, I mean, there could be an option for, like you said, kind of you're alluding to that, maybe your secret society says you have to vote a certain way in the World Congress or whatever like that, and you're like, even if it's a way that you wouldn't normally vote, suddenly you're voting
Mm,
against somebody, or maybe you have to go to war with somebody
yeah,
that you wouldn't normally go to war with because suddenly they're on a secret society that's counter to yours, and you're like, I don't want to go to war with them, but my society says I have to. So, that'd be kind of interesting.
yeah. And I think both of those things sort of fulfill the set of game-changing, great game-breaking criteria that you mentioned earlier. So this could be big. The more we talk about it, the more I think this could be really cool. As I'm proper excited.
Yeah. No, I think it's like I said. I didn't know. Hadn't read the part about the toggle until you mentioned it today, and so knowing that seems likely that it is a toggle, that tells me that it's bigger than I thought it was going to be. Because like I said, if it was not a toggle, it'd probably be just more of a side effect. Because you don't want it to run the main game if it's on all the time. But with it
Yeah.
being a toggle, that means you can make some drastic, big time, kind of crazy changes. I wonder if you can turn on both secret societies and apocalypse mode. I would assume you can, but man,
That'd be.
that could get crazy real quick.
I think that'd end in tears. I would be
For
like,
sure.
yeah.
Yes.
And it doesn't necessarily. They've not said it's exactly like the Apocalypse game mode, but the Apocalypse is called Apocalypse game mode, and the Secret Societies is called Secret Societies game mode. So I'm just presuming they're gonna be of the same scale because they're called the same. Did you have any other ideas of kind of what sort of stuff the Secret Societies could include?
No, I mean not really. I mean, I know I've seen secret societies before in games like Crusader Kings 2, where they brought that in, and it was like kind of a little bit more religious in that game. And so you got to join a secret society, and like I said, it would kind of give you like these little tasks and things that you needed to do, and then as you achieved them, you had more and more power within the society to be able to do kind of more powerful like things yourself. And so something along those lines, I could see being played up pretty easily. Like so that's why I said it could. I alluded it to it becoming a religious component could definitely be a big part of it. But I hope the espionage is a part of it as well because I think the espionage needs some love.
Yeah, I think the espionage thing is the most obvious direction they can go with it. But something you just mentioned there, sort of moving up and down the secret society in ranks, that could be interesting as well. Maybe one day you could end up running the secret society and have all the other civilizations underneath you, or a few of them at least in yours, bossing them about behind closed doors. So yeah, I mean it's gonna be cool.
I agree. I think it's gonna be pretty fun.
One final idea I had, and this was just so the Knights Templar is one of the most ancient secret societies, and I can't remember where I saw it, but someone alluded to it, and they did something in Ethiopia, and I can't remember what it was, but I wonder if we could see something like the Knights Templar in the game in some fashion.
Yeah, I mean, if Ethiopia has had some connection to the Knights Templar, it explains why they're the civilization coming out in this pack. Because usually they bring out civilizations along with kind of new game modes that can tap into that game mode to some degree. Although I do hope if this is a more permanent game mode and not a toggle, I hope that they kind of go back and give some of the other civilizations a little bit of love, so to speak, and kind of edit them a little bit to be able to interact with the secret societies a little bit better.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think there's lots of scope to that they can do with it, and I think we're both looking forward to seeing what exactly it entails.
Yeah, I mean, I think one that jumped off the top of my head right now is like France. They get like a free spy or better spy or something like that. I haven't played France
Yeah,
in
they get an
forever, so
additional
I forget
spy, I
exactly
think.
the thing. That's what it is. Yeah. So maybe they get a slight edit that lets them interact with the secret societies a little bit better because of an espionage.
So now we've talked about the Secret Society's game mode. What about the District? I'll kind of let you lead on this because and see what you think.
Yeah, no, I think the district. I mean, it seems logical that it will tie into the Secret Society's game mode. It seems like a good opportunity for them to bring something like that. Plus, I was sitting around thinking, I was like, what other districts are we missing? I mean, there's a lot of really good districts, or at least buildings within districts that cover a lot of things. So I was trying to decide what kind of district they would even do. And then, as we were talking about the Secret Society, I was like, well, maybe there's a tie in there. And I know we know that the kind of the intelligence agency is already a building, so maybe that gets moved over to this new secret society district of sorts, and that becomes a component of that. Or like I said earlier, if there's a religion or science secret society, maybe you have a building that can enhance whatever secret society you're part of, or something of that nature.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's absolutely right. I mean, I'm expecting it to be linked to the new game mode. It's got to be, and it'd make sense, wouldn't it, to be kind of secret societies. Spies are something which could be buffed in the game and enhance the game anyway, so they've got to be linked. Please be linked.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I had a few other ideas.
Okay.
Just to kind of spice it up, because I think we both believe it's probably going to be linked to spies in some way, the new district. But I like just randomly thinking about stuff and just coming up with crazy ideas. So one of them I had was, do you think a healthcare district could be something which was added one day? Maybe not necessarily this one, but could you see that working?
Yeah, no, I think they definitely could add some sort of a healthcare district type idea. I know that in what was it, Civilization Beyond Earth, despite the low ratings that game got, I know health was like their component in that game versus I guess amenities and happiness in some of the other civilizations. I could almost see them either tying it into the amenities and happiness, or they could even bring in a health mechanic at some point someday to kind of have something else that you have to balance within your cities.
Yeah, yeah. I think it could work, like you said, for the reasons you said. The one thing that makes me think, I don't know, it'd require a new mechanic, wouldn't it, rather than just a district, which is probably means something like that won't happen in this one, but it's just an idea. The other one I had, and this is something I've wanted for a while, is some kind of radar system in the later game. Radar's always something I think would be quite interesting, and it's been through history quite important, because I made a video on the Battle of Britain a little while ago, and like radar really did play a pivotal role in that conflict. So I do wonder if they could do something like that.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I mean, radar has been a big part of our history, like you said. You mentioned, Battle of Britain for sure. The radar. I mean, whoever had the best radar, or the radar at all, was really the one that had kind of the advantage. And if you play other games of like a World War II era, most of them rely on radar being a big key component of being able to see your enemy, where they're coming from, and a little bit earlier, kind of seeing a little bit bigger vision range. So I think that could be a huge addition at some point in the game. I hope that I do hope that they add it at some point. Maybe you either as a building or as a component that you can build as like a tile improvement or something like that. But I think that's definitely lacking in the late game.
Yeah, perhaps a tile improvement would work better, but I think overall, I still think the district's most likely to be espionage, and I think I can come up with as many crazy ideas as I want, but I can't escape that fact. It's probably going to be spies.
Yeah, I've always also wanted like a way to maybe enhance military units. If we were just talking about what kind of district would you like to see, like a way to enhance military units and such that maybe you can kind of upgrade them a little bit, like uniquely yourself. And I also thought when they first announced corps and armies and armadas and things like that, that they were going to let us like combine, a spearman and a swordman into a kind of a unique corps that can kind of do a little bit of both, or something of that nature. But I don't know if that'll ever happen, but I thought that would be kind of a cool way to kind of give them a little bit of a bonus to both cavalry and melee units and things of that nature, and kind of combine the different units in unique ways, however you see fit. So giving us a district that allows us to have more power with our military kind of upgrades and units and things like that would be pretty cool.
So yeah, that is it for our discussion on the July expansion pass. Thank you very much, Broyar, for joining.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you inviting me to come along. And like I said, talk some Civilization 6, something I always enjoy doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully we can do more collabs in the future. I think we've got one sort of planned for your channel in a few weeks' time. So if you want to go and see that, go and subscribe to Broyar's channel. Covers lots of Civ stuff. You'll be doing the Civ reaction as well, probably, won't you?
Yeah, definitely. That's always something I enjoy doing for sure.
really good breakdowns of the new civs when they're announced. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Make sure that you let us know what you think to the July Civ 6 pass down in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you.